104 level, okay, 104 level, and a push continuations all the way to the next resistance, which is up here, which is the 107 area. Okay, hey peeps, at my FS right here, welcome back to my channel. So we are doing our normal weekly market forecast, in which we come on here on YouTube to show you guys levels and areas in which you can make entries and exit for every new coming trading week. Okay, so this week we are starting with from the week of our 22 to 26. Okay, so first of all, you know that we always like looking at our fundamentals as our first gauge to knowing what is going to happen on the market. So on Monday we have no fundamentals, no red folders. We have red folders on Tuesdays. Okay, have PMI, a lot of red folders on Euro and GDP and even the USD. Okay, no red folders on Wednesday. Thursday we have some red folders, unemployment claims, pending house sales, and Friday we have some red folders. Okay, core PC price index, core price index for Friday. Okay, so that's it for the fundamentals. Okay, then up next is our technicals. Okay, let's go to our chart to see how we can use this to make money for ourselves. Okay, so practically for last week, okay, for last week on DXY, if you look in here, this particular candle, you could see is closing more like an indecision candle. Okay, a doji kind of candle for the weekly time frame. Okay, so this means when you see this kind of candle closing, you know that price has been ranging. Okay, so we have been having most of ranges. Okay, we have been having more of ranges for last week. The whole of last week has been ranging since price opened. Okay, when price opened somewhere around here, went up, came down, went up, and came down again. Okay, so we are now more like in a range. We have some double tops. Okay, we have some highs here, okay, to the upside, and we have some lows, which is a support to the downside. Okay, so in cases like this, all what I have to do is to add my own strategy into it. So all what I'm practically looking for, actually for last week we were looking for price to come back into to give us some retracement to this zone before it continues to the upside. Okay, but price did not give us that, rather price was ranging, like you guys can see. Okay, so for this week, okay, what we'll be looking out for is more like a two-way thing. Okay, we would be looking for price to clear this support, okay, to the downside, retest this zone, and a push continuation to the first level, at least the 105 area. Okay, and or price to clear the highs, which is the resistance, retest that zone again, and a push continuations to the upside. Okay, so but if we go to daily, let's check our daily time frame. If we look at our daily time frame, looking left, okay, looking left, price, you can see why price is actually ranging here is because this price is at a resistance area, a very strong higher time frame resistance area, hence why price is ranging on that zone, guys. Okay, hence why price is ranging on that zone. So let's check our weekly time frame. For our weekly time frame, okay, our next target, okay, price is more like close to a very strong resistance zone on the higher time frame. So our next target for the DXY, okay, though it won't be an easy one, but price has to break this resistance, retest there, and push continuations to 112. Okay, so overall target on the DXY is this highs here. Okay, this area here, which is the 112 area. Okay, that's really gonna take time, but we still have to give it time to play out. Okay, so that's it for the DXY. Up next is gold. For gold last week, okay, looking at the weekly time frame, gold actually closed bullish. Okay, so what I actually employed last week to doing, even when price was not giving us a kind of setups, okay, if you saw, I think price was somewhere down here. Okay, price was somewhere down here, which we were looking for price to give us what, to give us a chart pattern in which I had already stated here, which is the left shoulder, head, and a right shoulder. Okay, so practically that's the same thing price is now doing. Okay, price is actually doing that. So price actually gave us that right shoulder, okay, which I already predicted the right shoulder even before time. Okay, so if you did not see last week's video or how I predicted the right shoulder, here is the video. So for me, I'm a structural trader. Okay, I love chart patterns, and I love price to print a higher time frame chart pattern. Okay, something like a head and shoulder. Okay, a left shoulder, a head, and practically looking for price to give us something like a right shoulder like so. Okay, a right shoulder like so. So apparently, hopefully we'll be looking for price to come give us a right shoulder. Okay, then a push continuations to the downside. Then okay, welcome back. I hope you can see how I predicted the left and right shoulder on gold, okay, for its bearishness. So we are still anticipating some bearishness on gold. If I plot a trend line, like so, all what we need for price is to play this trend line. Okay, there will also be a zone here. I could also mark out a zone like so. Alright, I could also mark out a zone like so. So I want price to play this trend line, retest this zone or retest the trend line, and push continuations to at least 23,000 area. Okay, either of this zone, either retest on the trend line or retest on this zone is what we would be looking out for bearishness on gold. Okay, so do well to mark out these areas on your PC or your phone or whatever you use in trading on your the chart. Okay, up next is Euro USD. For Euro USD, okay, we start from our weekly time frame. Our weekly time frame, we're looking for, this is how price practically close. Like I told you guys, when you see price close with a little body close in between, either not going up nor down on a weekly time frame or any time frame, just know that price has been ranging on time frames lower than that. Okay, so basically we have been on ranges. Okay, basically we have been on ranges on Euro USD for the whole of last week. Okay, so we have been taking some buys. We took some few losses around this zone. Okay, we were trying to take some buys retracement back into this zone. Okay, for price to go inside there and bearish continuations to the upside. So I'll still stick to my buy to sell scenario. Hopefully that happens. Okay, hopefully that happens. I'll buy to sell scenario, either price will retest this area or a deep retracement back to this area before the actual sales to happen. Okay, and we are looking forward for it sells all the way. Okay, we are looking forward, just like last week I said, let's measure the numbers of pips. Okay, we are looking forward for over a 300 to 400 pips sales all the way to the downside, guys. Over a 300 to 400 pips retracement. So we still keep it at our buy to sell scenario. Okay, our buy to sell scenario for Euro USD. Okay, up next is GDP USD. So GDP USD last week, you guys can see how price practically closed for GDP USD last week. Price, we wanted price to do what? This was last week candle. Okay, so this week's candle is this particular candle. We wanted price to come into this zone and a retest. And if you look deeply inside there, you see that we have a little mitigation, a little touch into that zone. So hence why price has been so bearish since then, and we are aiming at our first level, which is at 1.233 area. Then we can go all the way to the downside, which is the 1.20 area. Okay, which is like so, the next support area. Okay, so if you missed last week's video or how I predicted this into precision, here is the video. A little bullish retracement back to the zone, okay, and a bearishness up to 1.231 area. Okay, then we can target to the next level, which is 1.209 area. Okay, but like I always say, price moves from zone to zone. So welcome back. I hope you can see how we predicted GDP USD into precision. So GDP USD practically has been very bearish. Okay, so I'll still keep it at that. Okay, I would still keep it at that. There are still possibilities that price could give us a little time frame retracement like so. Okay, a lower time frame retracement like so. Let me put a line there. Okay, so either price comes back to this area, retests there, and a bearish continuation, or a deeper retracement back to the 1.251 area before sales continuation. But either which way, we are looking for overall, we are looking for bearishness, and our target is all the way the support here, which is over another 300 plus pips to the downside. Okay, up next is USDJPY. Okay, for you guys that already know, USDJPY is most likely directly correlated to the dollar index. Okay, so we have been having 2 weeks of massive bullishness on USDJPY, as you guys can see here. So we'll go over to a daily time frame or lower time frames to see if we can get. So we're looking for some buy to sell scenario on USDJPY, but that did not happen because practically USDJPY2 has been ranging the same way, the what's it called, the dollar index has been ranging. Okay, so I will apply same thing on USDJPY. Okay, so I would mark out these highs like so. Okay, I'll mark them out like so. So easy one. This is more like the daily the 1 hour time frame. So let's go to a 4-hour time frame. So I won't be interested in anything on the USDJPY, though I don't think I'll be trading it though. Okay, so I would be looking for price to either break to the downside, retest, and then push continuations all the way to the downside, or price would clear the highs. Okay, and push continuations to the upside for USDJPY. And our next target on USDJPY is all the way up the highs of the 159 area, all the way there to the upside. Okay, so up next is AUDUSD. For AUDUSD last week, okay, we had the best of analysis which we had on AUDUSD, and we hosted some live Zoom sessions which we also sent out our signals. And also, if you are watching this video to this very moment, please do well to smash the subscribe button, like, share, and also drop a comment. Okay, so continuing for AUDUSD, you can see that how price actually closed for last week with this candle. Okay, so we actually wanted price to do price to give us a break and a retest of that zone, which that is what we actually had. Okay, so I have taken this out a little bit. Okay, so this is more like a zone. This is a blue line and this gray line up here, so this was more like a zone. So price practically gave us that break and retest which we were looking out for. You may not really see it clearly on the lower time frame until you go to your higher time frame, like a weekly time frame. Okay, you can see that weak mitigation there. Okay, you can see this weak mitigation back into that zones, which is the same zones that we had drawn last week. So if you missed last week's video and you did not see how it played out, or you think you are copying, here is the video. We may have some little weak retracement of price into the zone, okay, and a bearishness to the 1063 area. Okay, first level. Then we can target 100% retracement level, which is the 0628 area. Okay, so welcome back. I hope you can see how we analyze the AUDUSD into precision. So continuing for this week. Okay, continuing for this week, let me take this off. The support is too close. Okay, so continue for this week, we would be expecting more bearishness. Okay, we would be expecting more bearishness for AUDUSD all the way to the downside. First level target would be our 0.6285 area. Okay, then we can go all the way deeply to a very good free fall for AUDUSD. So I think I'll actually be interested for AUDUSD for next week. Okay, I think I'll be interested for AUD/USD for next week. But let's check out our lower time frame if there are zones that we can use. Okay, so if price practically clears these lows, okay, if price practically clears these lows, let's go to our daily time frame. No, let's stick to our time. So if price practically clears these lows, okay, lower time frame rotates, maybe your 15 minutes or 1 hour, then you can make entries off there. Okay, let's see how many pips of bearishness that we're looking out for to the downside. Okay, over 130 plus bearishness pips to the downside. So I believe hopefully I would also join AUD/USD this week and also take advantage of it. Okay, so up next, last but not the least, NZDUSD. Okay, NZDUSD, you start from a weekly time frame. To see how price closed for the week. You saw price was more like almost ranging, but we have a bigger candle here which was not actually a range. Okay, so you see price also came back. Okay, we actually analyzed that price should retest this zone in which we had already marked out and a bearishness to the downside. So if you did not see last week's video or you think you are capping, here is the video. We'd love to see price come back into the zone and a bearishness all the way to first level first is 0.587 area. Okay, you know that we trade from price moves from zone to zone. Okay, so the next zone that we're looking out for is 0.57 area for NZDUSD, guys. Okay, welcome back. I hope you can see how we predicted NZDUSD into precision. So NZDUSD has been super bearish. Okay, and if you like the way that we trade and you want to join our mentorship, you can click on the link on the description below. We would be starting a new set of mentorship from next month. Okay, from I think the 7th of next month. So if you are actually interested in joining our mentorship to also be able to predict price just like we are doing, you can click on the link on the description to join our free telegram. Then from there you can message me to get our mentorship. Okay, so moving forward for NZDUSD, last week we wanted price to come into this area and a retest all the way to a bearishness all the way to this next black zone, which is the 0.58 area. So if you missed last week's video, here is the video. Okay, welcome back. I hope you can see how we predicted NZDUSD into precision. So so this week for me, okay, let's go to lower time frames. Okay, like the 4-hour or our daily time frames. Okay, if you can see zones. Okay, this is also a trade that I sent out for during our free telegram session. Okay, free live sessions that we host every week on telegram. Okay, so if you're not on telegram, make sure you join our free telegram community. Okay, so this is what I'll be looking out for next week on NZDUSD. Okay, some bearishness all the way to the downside. So let's look at our higher time frame. So we would be targeting our targeting our 0.578 area. Okay, 0.578 area all the way to the downside, and let's see how many pips of bearishness we are looking out for. Okay, over 100 plus pips of bearishness all the way to the downside on NZDUSD. Okay, so that's it for this week, guys. And if you're new to this channel, please do to subscribe, drop a comment on the comment section if you're seeing same thing just like we do, and also do to share our content across your social media platform, because this is the only way to also help us grow. And we're seeing how we can achieve 2,000 subscribers before the month runs out. Okay, so this can only be possible with you guys sharing our content across the social media platforms. And also follow me on Twitter at admire_fx. I also share free educational content there on Twitter. So that'll be it for this week. And if you're interested in our 100k to a million naira challenge, okay, you can also join our free telegram. From there you can follow the instructions to join a 100k to a million naira challenge. Okay, it's actually for free, so make sure you are in the inner circle. All right, see you guys next week, and ciao.